Hi, I'm Jeanne Wisniewski and I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner. Thanks for joining me this week as we discuss ways we can survive the 4th of July holiday. This applies to every wedding, vacation, or every other special event that might be going on this summer or throughout the year. So looking at when we're picking our food choices, we want to enjoy the holiday, we want to still keep it special and celebrate, but we want to make our best choices possible. So what does that look like? When you are picking up your plate to go through the line, make sure you fill half your plate with vegetables and fruit. More vegetables than fruit. So for every 3 vegetables, get a fruit. So what if I'm going to, Uncle Joe's house or Aunt Betty's house, and the only thing they ever have are chips and more chips and candy? Then you, as the guest, say, what can I bring? And bring something that would be good choices for you and your family. So half of your plate, fruits and vegetables. Super easy, a watermelon, super easy. For vegetables, a salad, any kind of salad. You can do a red, white, and blue themed salad with the sliced strawberries, blueberries, and chicken breasts. There's your red, white, and blue. Toss it with a great apple vinaigrette salad dressing, and you are good to go. So there are lots of choices that you can choose that can travel well and go to any barbecue or picnic that you can fill half your plate with. Lots of great choices. You don't even have to be creative anymore. Go to Pinterest, go to any kind of social media. They will give you lots of great ideas. Bring some fruits and vegetables. But I can, already hear my kids complaining, you're ruining the holiday for us. So make sure you have the old favorites there too, but make them your best choices. So if I'm going to be doing barbecue chicken, look for places where we're going to have hidden sugar. And one of the places is barbecue sauce. So if you get Stubbs barbecue sauce is a great choice, and it only has 4 grams of sugar per serving, and a serving is 2 tablespoons. Whereas if you get Kinder's, which honestly used to be my old favorite, but it's 14 grams of sugar per 2 tablespoons. So just by that easy little choice, also the, for all of us in Texas, the Salt Lick Original is only 5 grams of sugar. So much better choice than the Kinder's. Read your labels of any of the things you're buying, look for hidden sugar, and pick a choice that has 5 grams of sugar or less per serving. And then notice the serving size, because with barbecue sauce, your serving size is very small. Other places where sugar hides are drinks. So when you're having, and we're gonna talk all about alcoholic drinks on Thursday when we talk about lifestyle choices, but today just for lemonade, soda, fruit juices, any of those kind of extra sugar hidden, you don't think about it type of drink, avoid that and instead have water. You can have tea, not sweet tea. Here in the South we have all the sweet tea, but just the regular iced tea. You can do the cold brew green tea, great tea choices that you can do. You can do water, or you can do water that is red, white, and blue themed and throw in your strawberries, your blueberries, and if you add basil to the mix, it really makes it even that much sweeter. So just flavored water with vegetables, or with fruit and basil. When you're doing your hamburger, for your hamburger choice, add the fermented pickles so you can get some probiotic in with your meat. Look at, so for me, I like to do the baked goods. I'm a huge baked good person. I just don't do baked goods very often. But when I do baked goods, I do the real thing. I know some people like to substitute flour for something like coconut flour. You can if you want, and if you like that, that's awesome. I personally don't like the texture. I think it makes it different. Grandma's cookies recipe is completely ruined. So when I choose a flour, I choose real gluten flour, but I do like to use, I've switched to einkorn wheat flour. This one's made by Jovial. So einkorn wheat is just the ancient wheat. People tend to digest it easier. It's just a different variety of wheat, but it tastes great in chocolate chip cookies, tastes exactly the same in different breads that I make. Nobody notices that I'm using it, but it's a better, more easily digestible choice that's not bleached, that is not brominated. If you don't like that particular flour for whatever reason, Whatever flour you pick a flour that is unbleached and unbrominated. The less processed, the better. Bromine will interfere with iodine, so you just want to avoid anything that's been bleached. And that goes with your sugar as well. So if you're using white sugar, your white sugar should be kind of brownish in color because you don't want the bleached sugar. It's more processed, more stripped, more chemicals, worse for your liver. So give your liver a break. If you're going to do baked goods and you want to do them the way Grandma's recipe was, pick your best quality choices. When I do chocolate covered pretzels or that kind of thing, there are lots of choices you have for chocolate chips that you're going to melt. So you can go with the dark chocolate, and I personally like this one, although this one does have the stevia in it. You can go with ones, this one is soy free. I actually like that one and it melts nicely. This one is soy free, dark chocolate. I know a lot of people love these ones. Personally, I don't think it melts as well. Or you can say, you know what, I just want the full-on sugar galore. Great, pick a nice choice that has 5 ingredients or less. If it has the soy lecithin in it so that it melts better, make sure it's organic soy, so it's not a GMO soy. So you can still have what you're gonna normally do, just pick your best quality of the ingredients that you are going to use. And then when you make these awesome baked goods, make sure that if you're hosting, you send your guest home with the leftovers. If we're having baked goods one day, it's not a big deal. It's when we turn the 4th of July into the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th with the pre-baking and the leftovers, that then it becomes a problem. But when you go in saying it's one day and I'm going to choose, and choose a number, because you know the old saying, those of us who fail to plan to fail. So you pick your number of baked goods that you're gonna have that day. And you know, if that's 3, then you pick any 3 you want. And maybe you want to taste 6 different things, then do half of 6 different things, which add up to 3 whole things. But keep your serving size that you've already predetermined in your head. Tell your buddy so that you stay to that, and then pick what you want, enjoy it thoroughly, and let it go. And the next day you start over. There's nothing wrong with indulging every once in a while. It's when we stretch every once in a while to most days, then the indulgence becomes a problem. So keep your indulgence to this one day and a predetermined number of sweet treats that you want to try. Other things you can look at are trying new kinds of sweet treats. So you can do the watermelon pizza, right? And it's just a watermelon round with yogurt, and then strawberries are your pepperonis and blueberries are your, I don't know, olives or whatever it is that you put on pizza. Red, white, and blue, fun. So if kids want to be eating all day long, here's a better choice. Save the cookies and the treats till later in the day. My personal favorite for the yogurt is, again, when you're looking at yogurts, 5 grams of sugar or less. I like the Icelandic. The plain isn't sour. It's really nice. It's great texture, and it only has 5 grams of sugar per serving. If you want it sweeter still, add a couple of drops of vanilla extract and stir it up, and then it will taste sweeter without the sugar. Great choice for anything that calls for any kind of yogurt, because more yogurts than you think have 12, 16, 20 grams of sugar, which is the same now we're looking at soda or a candy bar. When you're doing chips, try some chips that are non-GMO corn chips. This one actually adds, with the corn chips, it adds chia seeds and quinoa, and it actually tastes good. So enjoy what you like, but go for your best quality, and try some new things. If you don't like them, you don't like them, but give it a try, and you can try, you know, your corn chips or what have you before the 4th of July, so on the actual day you're where you want to be. But make the 4th of July a time where you're still enjoying the tradition, you're still celebrating, but you're not overindulging and you're not stretching it into a lot of different days. And most importantly, make sure your family gets matching outfits.